Hello, my friends. How are you? I hope you're doing well out there. One thing in this Donald Trump world that we live in that remains constant is no matter what happens throughout our lives, somebody out there that is either a strong man or a leader or someone in a position of power in America will cave in to Donald Trump. We've seen it all already in our own personal lives. Our family members, the tough guys of our family, getting in line to save their own neck so that they don't get on the wrong side of Donald Trump. Our co-workers, the big tough men that we work with, and they all bow down to Donald Trump knowing full well we don't like Donald Trump. And that's just to name a few. The alpha males on the internet, the self-proclaimed alpha males that do what they're told by Donald Trump. And the latest person to fall in line and do what they're told, the latest person to cave into Donald Trump is Chuck Schumer. I didn't really know how I felt about this yesterday, so I recorded a video where I openly said I didn't know how I felt about it, and I decided to scrap the video and spend some more time listening to what is going on before I actually put out my opinion on Chuck Schumer folding for Donald Trump. So before we get into this, of course, look at the pinned comment. We've got a link to the Discord if you want to join our community over there, a link to my Blue Sky if you want to follow me there, and of course, last but not least, a link to the channel memberships that are only $1.99 a month. If you would like to become a channel member, I would appreciate the support. So not Donald Trump, Chuck Schumer, the latest beta boy to bend over for Donald Trump and be a good boy and do what he's told. So at first yesterday, I was very confused by this whole thing because I got to be honest with you, continuing resolutions and budgets and things like that are a little bit above my head. They pay me to drive this damn truck. That's what I do. That's what I know how to do. So I tried really hard yesterday to listen to Chuck Schumer's point on everything that was going on. First, we need to go back to the beginning of the Donald Trump administration where the Democrats reassured us that we have ways to fight back. We have ways to stand in the way of Donald Trump and Elon Musk and all the fucking madness that they want to bring to not only the country, but to the entire world. And the biggest thing they told us we could do, or they could do rather, I got bad news for you guys. I don't think they're coming to help us. Not a lot of them, not enough of them, that's for damn sure. But the biggest thing they told us they could do was when it comes to negotiating a budget, Republicans are going to have to come to the table and negotiate with Democrats or we're just not going to pass it. And I want to be clear, I don't necessarily believe in being an obstructionist just for the sake of being an obstructionist. Standing in the way of the other party just because you're not in power sounds like kind of a baby thing to do, right? But we are not living in normal times, my friends. We are living in a time where Donald Trump wants to be a dictator, where he is actively working to take away rights of the Americans. And people always say, well, if he's a dictator, why don't you say something he did where he was a dictator? Prove it. Prove it. Okay, the executive order where he wanted to take away birthright citizenship. There's an answer. That's one answer to what the dictator bullshit that Donald Trump does. Saying it's illegal for us to boycott Tesla. Really? It's illegal now to boycott Tesla? I'm starting to see some dictator tendencies here, if you fucking ask me. But the point is, we don't live in normal times. So you have to stand in their way any way you can. It's just one guy's opinion, right? But I listened to Chuck Schumer yesterday and I really tried to hear his point because I want to give Chuck Schumer the benefit of the doubt and say maybe with all his years of government experience, he understands this way fucking better than I do. So I just have to hear him out and listen to what he's saying. And here is the case Chuck Schumer put in front of the American people, not verbatim, just sort of my recollection of it, when he had announced that he was going to vote for this continuing resolution to help Donald Trump. And for the record, when Donald Trump goes to social media to praise you for what you've done, you're probably on the wrong fucking side of all of this, Chucky, just so you know. But Chuck Schumer had put in front of us the argument that, hey, if we don't pass this and we shut down the government, there are going to be millions of federal employees that are furloughed from their jobs. They're not going to have work. And that's just not the position we want to put America's people in. And Chuck makes perfect fucking sense if it wasn't for that pesky Elon Musk that has taken over our government, that has decided that Elon Musk alone can close down government departments and fire whoever he wants. And a lot of that includes America's veterans. 83,000 veterans is what Elon Musk wants to get rid of. And I will never stop hammering on this point, because I will not stand here and listen while a fucking billionaire talks about everyday hardworking Americans the way that fucking Elon Musk does. He believes that you are fraud, you are waste, and you are abuse. Also, he has made it very clear that he thinks that we are parasites. That's what Elon Musk thinks about us. So, Chuck Schumer's argument, I think, hear me out on this, holds a lot of weight in normal times. But when Chuck Schumer was pressed on it, I forget, a host on MSNBC, I think, that said, you know, Elon Musk is already firing federal employees. Chuck Schumer said, yeah, he is. That was Chuck Schumer's argument. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So the last bit of hope we had was for every Democrat out there to stand up, do the right thing, and stand in the way of Donald Trump. And Chuck Schumer also made the argument that this is what Donald Trump wants. He wants the government shut down. This is what Elon Musk wants. He wants the government shut down. Then why was Donald Trump bullying Republicans in Congress to vote for the bill? Then why was Donald Trump praising Chuck Schumer for deciding to do this? He didn't want the government shut down. He wanted things his way. That's what he wanted, Chucky. That's what he wanted. So, look, I'm telling you the truth. I really tried to hear his side. And I will even concede that maybe Chuck Schumer still knows more about government than I do. But when we're standing in the face of fucking fascism right now, everybody has to do their part and stand in their fucking way. It's just my opinion. I don't know why I keep fucking saying that. Of course it's my opinion. Who else's would it be? Anyways, he did not do that. There were other Senate Democrats that also voted for this continuing resolution. One of them includes fucking John Fetterman. Are we shocked by that? I don't know what's going on with that guy. I don't know. I'd hate to take shots at his medical issues. I really would. But ever since the stroke, his brain's not working the way it used to. And he's definitely not on our side of fucking anything. But because of this, one interesting thing that's happening is a lot of people are looking to AOC to primary Chuck Schumer. And you know what? I thought about that overnight too. What did I really think about it? And it's not that hard of a fucking decision. Hell yeah, we absolutely should. She absolutely should. Here is what the Democrat Party needs now. This is what we need now. Strong people, not fake strong people, actual strong people that are going to stand up for what's right and wrong in this fucking country, because the Republican Party has sold us out already. They're done. They don't give a fuck. It's a power grab for the Republicans at this point, and if we get fucked in the process, that's all the better for them. They kind of like that part of it. That's the exciting part, I guess. So we need every Democrat to be standing in the fucking way of this, right? So we need strong leadership that's not afraid to stand up for themselves and do the fucking right thing when it is the right thing. And I think it's a great time, if we all survive, if we all get through to the next elections, I think it's a good fucking time for us to look to younger, stronger leadership with a fucking backbone to stand up for us. So in the event that we all get through this, we all survive this fucking thing, that may be the silver lining that comes out of this. You love to see it, you know. You got your AOC and your Jasmine Crockett, and of course your Bernie Sanders. Of course you've got Bernie, right? And unfortunately, there's probably some names I'm leaving off of that very short list. But when it comes to having a spine and being able to stand up for what's right and wrong, we are severely lacking that on the Democrat side. We're definitely lacking that on the Republican side, but it's time to write them the fuck off. They're spineless. They do what Donald Trump says to fucking do. They know it's wrong. Rand Paul, I think, gets a pass in this particular case. I believe, last I knew, Rand Paul said he was voting no on that continuing resolution. I don't know what ended up happening with that with Rand Paul. So go ahead, throw it in the comments, let me know what happened. But if he stuck to his guns, on this particular case, Rand Paul gets a pass on what's going on. However, a thing I've been thinking about with this is we have to stand up for ourselves every way that we can. Any way we can make our voice heard or protest in our own way, to stand in the fucking way. Because I'm starting to think, and maybe I'm crazy about this, I think Elon Musk and his money is the weakest fucking link in this chain, which would explain why the President of the United States just did a commercial for Tesla on the White House lawn. Remember that? Yeah. Artificially propped up Elon Musk's stock again because that thing was getting hammered into the fucking ground. Elon Musk was about to cry because he's losing all his fucking money. I heard from some of my viewers there's a point, and I don't know the point, but the Tesla stock gets to a certain level, keeps dropping, and then Elon Musk has to start selling, I guess. It has something to do with him owing money to people if the stock gets that low. And look, we have to stand up to this any way we can. You know, we've got Pam Bondi saying if we show up at a Tesla dealership, they're coming for us. Think about that again. Remember earlier when I said fascism and I pointed out the birthright citizenship thing? Hey, when Pam Bondi is saying that if we show up at a Tesla dealership, they're coming for us. That's another example of fascism there, isn't it? What do you mean we can't show up at a Tesla dealership? We have got the government actively working to keep Elon Musk rich, to keep doing what he's doing. We all know this ain't going to work out. I don't believe it's going to work out. When the sales, the numbers for Tesla come out, since the fucking world is boycotting Tesla for the most part, I think we're going to finally start taking Elon Musk down. I really do. I think that's what's going to happen. So, as much as it feels like we don't have any fucking power, remember, we almost made Elon Musk cry on the fucking news recently. They needed the power of the White House to prop his stock back up so he could stop whining about he lost $100 billion. And most of us will never know what the fuck that's like to lose $100 billion. But we're all expected to feel really bad for Elon Musk when he loses $100 billion. So the point of all that is there is enough Democrats out there that are not coming to help us. They are not going to save us from what is going on. So we've got to find ways to push back any way we can. And we are winning, I believe, slowly, maybe too slowly, this battle against Elon Musk, the person that thinks we don't deserve to live our life like we have as Americans for as long as we have. And I'll give you this, America is a very flawed system. It sure ain't fucking perfect, right? But I missed the days a few months ago where you didn't have to worry about Nazis and fascism. I missed those days. Those were good days. So it's one of those things where you don't really know what you got till it's gone, right? Then a bunch of Nazis and fascists come in and you start going, you know what? I kind of didn't mind the old ways. I didn't mind the way shit was before. So I think one of the things we got to do, obviously, is we've got to get stronger Democrats in there. The ones that are going to do the right fucking thing. And sometimes doing the right thing is going to be a painful process, you know? And that's just the way it goes. But we don't want Democrats in there that are being praised by fascist Donald Trump. We don't want that. Look, if this was a normal fucking president, I would be fine with people doing what the fuck they call it, bipartisan agreements. If this was a normal fucking president, it would be okay. Nobody would be fucking saying anything, I don't think. I mean, people would be saying something, but I don't think we'd have near the outrage that we have now. But anyways, we've got to get stronger leadership in there. I hope AOC does decide to primary Schumer. You're too old anyways, Chuck. You got no interest in the future of the country. You got one foot in the fucking grave. Let's get younger people in there that have to live with the fucking consequences of the decisions they make. And I think that would be better, you know, stronger people. But as far as us, right? We can do what we're doing. Keep raising our voices, keep giving them hell, keep scaring these Republicans so they won't even show up at their own fucking town halls because they know what they're doing is right. Boycott the ever-loving fuck out of anything having to do with Elon Musk. Make him cry on the news again. Make that motherfucker go broke. I really, really think that he is the weakest link in this chain. He did this for power and money. He's finding out little by little that he doesn't have the power that he thinks he does, and we can directly affect his money. So, It's a kind of a scary situation to be in, but kind of empowering at the same time. Look, guys like Chuck Schumer aren't going to save us. They're not going to. They don't give a fuck about us. We have to find ways every step of the way to save ourselves. And look, I'm new to all this political shit. I'm still learning what are ways that I can be more effective. And trust me, I very much care about figuring that out. But it's increasingly apparent that just speaking up is a good part of the fight. And just doing your part, not to go buy a Tesla, because they're probably going to go on sale pretty soon. There's going to be a fire sale on Teslas. You might be able to get a good deal on a Tesla, but you still shouldn't buy the Tesla, right? Listen, our own government said if we show up at Tesla dealerships, we'll get arrested. Why the fuck would we want to go down to a Tesla dealership then? We'll stand across the street fucking protesting your shit, but we don't want to get arrested for showing up at a Tesla dealership, right? Anyways, I don't know how much sense I made on this video. I am a little in over my head with topics like this. But Chuck Schumer, while I felt in normal times he would have a valid point, these aren't normal times, and that was not a normal response at all. And I now, after spending a day thinking about it before putting out a video, understand the frustration of everybody that is absolutely fucking livid with Chuck Schumer right now. He did nothing to help us, and I feel bad for anybody that would have gotten furloughed from their jobs, but this was what the Democrats told us. The Democratic leadership told us was basically the last remaining piece of power that the Democrats have for the time being, and then they chose to give it away. That doesn't sound like standing up to me. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys for today. I gotta head out, so go back and do some more work. Love you guys. Bye now.